Hi guys, so in today's video I want to update you on the Jolyan Silvera case. When I first touched this story, no one on YouTube had any videos about this. So I'm going to keep updating you guys because I was one of the first one to talk about this. So let's get into today's story. Former People's National Party Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, Jolyan Silvera, who is charged with the murder of his wife, has been denied bail. His attorney, Peter Champagny KC, says an appeal is a live issue. Melissa Silvera, wife of the accused, was found dead in the couple's home in Stony Hill, St. Andrew on November 10, 2023. It was first reported that the 42-year-old woman died in her sleep from natural causes. However, an autopsy performed 3 weeks after her death revealed that she died from gunshot wounds. 3 bullet fragments were found inside her body, which led the police to commence a murder investigation. Silvera, a 52-year-old businessman, was arrested and charged on January 18th with his wife's murder. One thing I have a problem with is Jamaica judicial system and how slow it is. Honestly, I feel like this is a part of Jamaica's systems that more regular people need to get into. We have enough doctors. We have enough lawyers, we have enough nurses. People need to try to get into our judicial system, whether that be a clerk, secretary, the parts of our judicial system that need help. More people need to invest into going to school so we can help the foundation of Jamaica, because cases like this, I feel like being dragged out does nothing. It does nothing for transparency purposes. It does nothing for justice purposes. It does nothing for the victim or the person that is accused of a murder. It's just being dragged out. One thing I will say is I can appreciate the judge denying Jolyan Silvera's bail, because Jolyan had the possibility and capability of making things go awry in this case. He had the possibility and probability of silencing people, threatening people. He has the money, the influence, and the links to do so. He's also maybe a flight risk because he have the money, power, and influence to also leave the country with any ports, whether that be sea or air, without anyone ever knowing anything. So the fact that they denied him bail, they probably thought he was a flight risk also, or that he can tamper with the case, which is why they probably denied him bail. And as you guys know, I don't affiliate with any party in Jamaica, whether that be PNP or JLP, whatever they do that I feel like it's wrong, I talk about it. And this case, before anyone uploaded any video, my videos were one of the first uploaded on YouTube and was one of the first people on YouTube talking about this case. But one thing I want to know is why Mark, Julian, Dayton, and Mikhail, why didn't they go to Melissa funeral? They all knew her. They were a part of her lives and her kids' life. They were also a part of Jolyan Silvera's life. And even if they don't want to be associated with Jolyan, just showing respect to Melissa's family and showing that they cared would have done a lot for their political party. Just humanizing them and showing that they respect women, because that's a big problem in our society, which is why I feel like some men feel like they can take a woman's life and there's no repercussions, especially in the way that they have alleged that Jolyan have done to Melissa. It's a big problem. Melissa really didn't deserve to die, and whatever the reasons why Jolyan did what he did, it should have never happened. And I know the kids are probably in a state of shock and misery and not knowing as to what is going on with their mom and their dad being in prison now. But I'm sure at some point they will go and find the information that they need on this case and see the truth for themselves. But I feel like those children also need to be protected from Mr. Jolyan Silvera, especially if we're talking about what happened to one of his sons a few years back before Melissa died. They also need protection. He needs to go through his case and go through the court system to have his parental rights given back to him, because I feel like he do not deserve it, especially after what he did to their mom. No one can replace these kids' mom. No one can compare to their mom, and no one can take care of these children the way Melissa would have taken care of her own children. Another thing that I need answered in this case is, and it has been on my mind ever since I touched on this case, was who cleaned up the murder scene? Who helped him get rid of the sheets, the bed, replace all the furniture in the home? Who did all of that? Who helped him? Because if they can find the person who helped him, this case would not need anything else more than someone who helped him clean up the murder scene, because he would probably go away for life. One thing I will say is I hope they're not dragging out this case thinking that Jamaican people are going to forget, or because he's politically affiliated, people are going to turn a blind eye, because from both parties, people that support both parties, I can tell you this: they're tired of these political affiliates and these politicians' shenanigans. Joe Smo from down the street can't get away with murdering his wife. Jolyan Silvera should not get away with murdering his wife either. But with the climate and with how Jamaica is ran, because Jamaica is very much a place where classism, influence, and money buy you status, buy you your position, and buy you power. Nepotism also play a big role in that. I would not be surprised if they drag this case out for like a decade and then it gets swept underneath the rug. And that's just my opinion of it and how I see it going. But as far as things that I need answered, that is one of the big ones. Who helped him clean up the murder scene? And if they can get someone that helped him clean up the murder scene, because to me, it had to be multiple people that helped him clean up, because they went as far as digging up the tiles in the house. Also, why didn't the political affiliates from the PNP didn't show up to Melissa's funeral? That is also a cause for concern to me also. But with that being said, what are your thoughts on the judge denying him bail? Do you think it's right? Do you think he should get bail because there's no one else to take care of his children? What are your thoughts on this whole case? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.